Hey girl, welcome to On My Mark, your weekly transformational podcast designed to motivate, empower, and inspire to aspire. Yes, in that order. I am your host, Ravimber C, and I'm a speaker by passion, philanthropist by purpose, and a Zimbabwean by tradition. I want to let you in on a little secret. This isn't your typical motivational podcast. This right here is transformational. So join me every Tuesday for your weekly dosage of inspiration. Hey everyone, welcome back. We are already halfway into the month of December. Yes, just 16 more days left until we enter into the new year. 10 more days until Christmas. 10 more days until Christmas. Now I can start singing my Christmas carols, right? Because last time that I wanted to sing, apparently I was too early. So I'm wondering that can I start singing my Christmas carols now? I should have really started with that. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you. I think I need some music in the background for it to really, feel all Christmassy up in here. But we are on episode 9. Yes. Only 3 more episodes left of this season. Hello, transformation. Aww. But don't be sad. Like I said, season 2 will be bigger and better. So remember, throughout this month of December, we're focusing on the transition into the new year, letting go of all limitations and unnecessary baggage and embracing the new year. So we're calling this December #mental transition. Now, one of the most important things we must all do is walk into 2021 with confidence. Yes, we must confidently enter 2021. Why? Because confidence is the most beautiful thing you can possess. Feeling confident in yourself enables you to trust in your own abilities, qualities, and judgment. There are many people that go through life and do not believe that they can do most of the things that they want to do. That is most definitely not the mindset and the attitude and level you need to grow. Remember what we said in episode 2, Get Set. We said what you should fear going into this new year is not failure. What you should fear is being in the exact same place next year as you are today. So let's get our confidence gear on, because this episode is titled Confident Me. Yes. My favorite definition for confidence is this. Confidence is freedom of doubt, belief in yourself and your abilities. Confidence is freedom of doubt, belief in yourself and your abilities. Many people lack the confidence and self-esteem needed to live a happy and a healthy life. Self-esteem is a confidence and satisfaction in oneself. These two things must be present in people's daily lives in order for them to believe that they have the ability to do anything. But before we go any further, let's just uproot. Let's just take out the seed of doubt that many of us plant in our minds. When you plant a seed and you water it and feed it, over time, the seed will harvest. You harvest what you plant. So why then are you surprised when every now and again you find yourself doubting your own abilities and holding back when it comes to certain areas in your life? Have you forgotten that this doubt seed that you keep planting isn't going to pull itself out? Yeah. Many of us weaken or even kill our self-confidence and our beliefs in ourselves by introducing doubt into the equation. Let's imagine that doubt is like a black paint and belief is a white paint. Have you ever mixed white paint into black paint to get gray paint? Think about it. Have you ever mixed white paint into black paint to get gray paint? It takes an extraordinary amount of white paint added to black paint to lighten it, but yet the tiniest dab of black paint added to white paint makes it gray immediately. Your self-confidence and belief in yourself has to be extraordinary in order to overpower the doubt, because if you're not careful, the tiniest dab of doubt each time can weaken or kill your self-confidence and belief in yourself. Next thing, you got a whole plantation of doubt and zero confidence. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Now, self-confidence and courage go hand in hand. Courage in the present context refers to the capacity of being able to follow your heart despite the opposition or difficulties that are involved. Fear is the principal adversary of self-confidence and fulfillment. So with courage, you overcome all of your limitations and fears to follow your achieved targets. This inevitably increases the possibility of your success. Guys, did you just inevitably, do you see how easy I just said that word? Inevitably increases the possibilities of your success. My pronunciations are getting better and better. Self-confidence and courage gives you the power to write your own destiny. So here's the thing. Let's focus on how to develop your self-confidence, because confidence can be developed. You can actually consciously work on it for confidence to transpire from within you. In order to develop your self-confidence, you have to be optimistic and positive. Besides this, your environment that you reside in and the people that you interact with the most must also be positive. No matter how positive you may be, right? If you are surrounded by pessimistic people, you will constantly be surrounded by negative thoughts, which negatively influences your mind and your soul. I'll give you an example. Have you ever been forced to watch a TV program that you don't like? I don't know. Maybe you visited some relatives over the holidays and every evening they all sit and watch EastEnders. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with EastEnders. I'm just giving it as an example. It's not really my cup of tea, so that's why I'm using it as an example. So every evening they sit and they watch EastEnders. Now, you're not a fan of EastEnders, but at this point you have no choice but to sit and watch it with them. Now, after a week of watching EastEnders, you become tolerant of it. And soon enough, you find yourself thinking, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. 2 weeks later, you now know the characters, you know the storyline, and you're even looking forward to the next episode. You see, you gotta be mindful of your surroundings, because no matter how positive you may be, constant exposure to negative people with negative minds can slowly influence you. One major factor that affects people's confidence is past experiences. Holding on to hurtful experiences can keep you stuck in a place of pain and cause you a huge loss of confidence. Make peace with your past and focus on the lessons learned. Remember, some of the best life lessons can be learned from the toughest times that you have endured. In an attempt to build self-confidence, it's necessary to be aware of your own value. Take the time out to examine yourself, discover your hidden qualities. The more you discover your hidden qualities, the more you improve your self-confidence. Know your value and feel proud and honored to be the person that you are. Think about the milestones of your life, and your previous successes to boost your morale, boost yourself, pump yourself up. A lot of us are so focused on where we're going that, sometimes we never have time to look at the progress that we're making in our daily lives. It's the small steps you are making every day that will get you to that ultimate goal. Remember, learn to clap for yourself. Remember, we said this in episode 2. Be focused on your mission and believe that you can do it. Something else I want to mention is integrity. Integrity is also an indispensable facet of self-confidence building. Be sound and honest and never compromise on your integrity. It is the moments of weakness and regrets that haunt you later in life and shatters you in your self-confidence. A simple principle that you can follow in life is to keep away from things that you're suspicious about. There's always things that that just want to test your integrity. Like deep down, I really should not be getting involved in this conversation. I really should not be getting involved in this. Those things that just don't sit right with you. Keep away from those things. You're likely to regret those decisions in the future. Another crucial phase of self-confidence building that I really want to just talk about is lighten up a bit. Honestly, lighten up. Most people have a self-imposed restriction on them, which makes them feel that, it prevents them from taking initiative quickly and at once. They believe that it is a whooping, troublesome, and startling decision. But in the process of confidence building, you might face some negative situations. However, it is crucial to comprehend that it is a process of development. And yes, they're going to be more negative and they're going to be positives as well. You have to focus on your destination and not so much on the path that leads you there. In order to maintain, your confidence, you need to unwind, relax. This will lighten you up and help you in dealing with situations in a better and more effective way. A lot of people are struggling with confidence issues. Let's face it. The younger generation, for example, in this age of social media, it can be difficult not to compare ourselves with other people. But remember, we are all born different, with different assignments and paths to fulfill. The key is to accept who you are wholly, feel good about yourself despite any external circumstances. Remember, there's only one version of yourself in this life. The key is to accept who you are wholly. No one is you. That is your superpower. When you get to that point where you allow others to dictate how you feel about your life, you have to stop and take an internal survey. You gotta ask yourself, if your lack of confidence and self-assurance is holding you back from being the best that you can possibly be, ask yourself, is that the case? Most often, these feelings comes from people allowing negativity of other people to overcome them. You have to be willing to take control of your life and whatever is holding you back. So often we, as a people, look for validation from society before we validate ourselves. Plus, let's face it, social media has created jealous behavior over illusions. Sadly, some are envious of things and relationships that don't even exist. Let's not do that. Be happy and content with what you have in life. Here's something that I do all the time to keep building my confidence. I face myself. Yep. I do the things that I fear the most. When you fear something, you actually have a mental block that you might not be able to do that thing in the desired manner. Therefore, fear is nothing but an escape act. There is nothing in this world that cannot be achieved, and no fear that cannot be conquered. Wow, think about that. Challenge yourself. Face your fears and do things that are most dreadful to you. You will see a new face of your personality in this process. If you have some apparent fears, confront yourself on reasons for those fears and tell yourself that it isn't that huge of a bargain. You will develop to become stronger and better. And when you understand yourself better in terms of your skills and what precisely you expect from life, you have more conviction in yourself and what you can do. The thing is, confusion leads to confrontation. And when you yourself are unsure about your abilities and your goals, you'll not be able to channel your energy towards a common goal. Therefore, self-awareness is central to self-assurance. Self-confidence and having a focused approach in life can do wonders to your ability of handling any situation. Honestly, guys, it can have a gigantic effect in your self-confidence levels depending on how comfortably you move along in your way to effective self-management. Acknowledging every emotion, including difficult emotions, rather than avoiding them, speaking up for yourself, making peace with your past, not comparing yourself to other people, eliminating self-criticism, and introducing self-compassion. I know it sounds like a lot of work when we group it all together like that, and you're right. It takes a lot of effort to change deeply engraved habits that you've built over time. The real way to succeed is to gradually and realistically add changes to your life that you want to make into habits. Apply 1 or 2 things at a time. Focus on them for a few weeks and move on to the next set of habits. Once you feel like you've got the hang of the last few, the action you take leads to inspiration, and the small successes leads to you getting more pumped up and wanting to take more and more action. The thing is this, guys, in life, we're going to face many trials that will test confidence in our abilities, but you need to have firm trust and belief in yourself, because you will know that with confidence, you're already winning before you've even started. Note to yourself, we didn't forget, write this down. Confidence is not they will like me. Confidence is I'll be fine, even if they don't. You've got this. Now let's confidently walk into 2021 and be great. Join us again next week as we continue to transform and win. Be sure to subscribe on our website onmymark.co for weekly exclusives and giveaways. Until next time, on my mark, get set, let's go.